All right, I'm just gonna make a quick video about what I have in my storage unit. So you can see my OTC 4,400 pound capacity lift. It's not hooked up or anything. It's brand new, basically. And the pump is right there. I don't know where the cord is at. Actually, I think I know where the cord is at. And my hot water pressure washer gun. This pig mat tray, plastic tray for like, if you have like, if you want to contain like a spillage or something is leaking. Then we got this, I want to say it's a 14-inch cutoff saw, concrete saw, but it has a damage right there. Something burnt it, the exhaust or something. So I got to figure that out. So that's a project. This thing, I just got to assemble the pump on here and the handles. So, yeah, I'll get that done at some point in time because this thing comes in really handy. Next up, we got this power train lift from OTC. I put it together, but I haven't tightened the bolts or anything. I mean, you can see the bolts aren't tightened. They're just, it was just put together. It works. Like, it uses air over hydraulics, and it comes up and you can release it. But yeah, this is super handy if you have a lift or some, you can, drop a fuel tank, drop an engine, whatever. That's what it's designed for. So next up, we got this multi-quip 5,000 pound capacity, or 500 gallon capacity water tank. Everything functions on it. Well, the engine functions, it just needs an oil change and it needs to be cleaned up. The inside is pretty dirty. I need to wash it out. Maybe I can fit one of my kids down in there. I don't know. I can't go down in there, but I'm gonna get it cleaned out. Probably using the same hot water pressure washer gun. Just make it work in there. But it has these hose bibs on it. They're gonna come in handy. Think mobile pressure washing. You got your water tank, your water source that you already have with you. And I already have my hot water pressure washers I can use. So put those in the back of my truck and I can use this thing. Yeah. So this is just a business idea. We'll see. Has your standard tow hitch right here. I gotta fix this wire and before it goes bad or it completely comes apart. So yeah, just little stuff I gotta fix, get it washed up, fix this engine hoist, fix that cutoff thing. My Daytona jack, I have 2 of them. I brought one from the house. My jet, 1.5 ton come along, whatever you want to call it, chain hoist. I got some Tow Smart whatever thing here, just for if you're parking a trailer, you can lock it. Some Harbor Freight chain, some straps, they always come in handy. 2 vacuums here. I've like turned them upside down, so or just opened them up just so the filters can dry. So that's why they're like that right now. I'm probably gonna get rid of them. So there's that. This is the back of the multi-quip. It has these pretty much extra hoses on there to fill up and or pump water. So, and then it has some spray nozzles right here. There's one right here, one right here. So yeah, you can see the dirt line in there. Next up, we got this Yanmar quad or ATV, whatever you want to call it. It has an issue, it's not running, but I did speak to the mechanic who was initially working on it, and he told me to try a couple things. The battery's out of it because I charged the battery at home and it's actually in the back. I'll show you. But I haven't put a battery in it to like troubleshoot it beyond where it's at. It was sitting for a while, so it actually had grass growing in there. I mean, you can see the grass, but otherwise it probably has lived a tough life. It was a rental unit, so go figure. HE, but it needs to be cleaned. But I want to get it working, and then I'm gonna clean it up, much like the multi-quip, but it's a 6-seater. I took all the seats out when I was like moving it because I didn't want them to fly out, so all the seats are back here, the 3 seats. It had an exhaust issue, and it actually came with a new exhaust pipe and a little filter, not filter, but a sleeve. And then here's the battery. I bought a new battery, but this one took the charge. Looks like your little garden batteries. This is a tilt bed, so the bed, you just pop this lever right here and it tilts. But yeah, it's not running, so it's just a project to work on, and then decide what I'll do with it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about it except it's not running at this point. It was filled with trash, and so I cleaned it out. Actually, I did that earlier. Next up, you're probably seeing this forklift got delivered, and it's been sitting here. I think I've currently, so I swapped out the battery because the battery was not taking a charge, and it was sold as the battery was dead. So I changed out the battery, and I got as far as like get into the alternator, or to the starter, and I think yeah, Paul Mendenhall, he had said test the ground, and the ground is not showing anything. So I'm gonna pull the starter and try to bench test it, and then I want to turn over the engine. So I got some work on this to get it running, and then I mean, you can see there's a chain on it, so it's holding up this mass, I guess, and it doesn't have a fork, so I'm in the market for a fork. This is a 5 Series, 5,500 pound or 5,000 pound capacity forklift. I kind of like the square body of it. For how much I'll end up paying after, you know, shipping and the initial costs, probably would have, you know, wouldn't hurt to get one that's functional, but I'm gonna figure this out. I want to get some railroad ties because when I jack it up, I want to be able to support it with our railroad ties for my safety, because I got to change the oil pan underneath it, or some pan that's leaking. In fact, maybe I can see it right now. Yeah, you can't really see, but there's a pan right there that's leaking. So yeah, the starter is right there. You can see it right there. So yeah, got a lot of troubleshooting to do for it to even turn over. Hopefully the engine is not shot, because then I'd have 10,000 pounds of just metal. Yeah, the battery's not hooked up, but got a new battery. All right, so yeah, still troubleshooting this. I got a manual online, and then I picked up this book from eBay that talks about hydraulics, because supposedly I'm not sure how this hydraulic mass is going to function or whatever. So I just kind of want to educate myself about hydraulics and stuff when it comes time. And if I can't figure it out, then that's where I'm going to get someone to come out and troubleshoot it. But yeah. Got my creeper here, just my line creeper, and then I got this what do you call this? This is a hydrostatic test pump for fire hose testing as an engine, and it has the water reservoir right there. Got all these 10-ton hydraulic pistons. Yeah, I think there might be like 11 or 12 of them in there, and then all these like pneumatic cutoffs. I think I am saying them right. It's probably like 10 of these in here. There's a rhyme or a reason to all this. So, because I have no use for that at my personal level right now. So there must be a reason for all this. So there's that. Coming over here, we got a broom sweeper. Probably just needs to be checked out and then started. I haven't really messed with it, but it'll be great for like clean up the turf in the backyard. If not, I'll get rid of it. I know Milwaukee sells a battery powered one. I already have Milwaukee, but hey, this was cheap. I forgot how much I paid. Then we got a tamper, like a trench tamper. This is a tall one. It works, no issues. Actually, I haven't started it, but yeah, supposedly it works. I just haven't gotten to it. This one does not function, this compactor. Said it might have a fuel or a spark plug issue, so I need to diagnose that and see. But I could use that out of the house. I have a couple projects that I'm working on that I could use one of these, or both of them actually. Then I just kept the pallets. That stuff came on, so there's that. This is the floor pan for the forklift. It has a floor pan in there. So, and then I got my two heavy duty, furniture dolly things. This is for a hydraulic arm thing. It's in another spot. I'll probably do a video on that. And this is for a Ingersoll Rand industrial size compressor, filter and all this stuff. But yeah, this shop is 40 feet deep by 12.5 feet wide. And I mean, I got 3 large pieces of equipment in here, and then clearly I could put them to the side. So the forklift doesn't run. It was they just put it on the inside of the door, and I basically used if this was my Tacoma, I just backed up to where the hitch made contact with this, and then my buddy steered it, and we pushed it all the way back. Because it's the heaviest thing, I just wanted to get it out of the way and all the way back, and leave some space on the left and right of it so I can work on it and have room to maneuver. But yeah, if I gotta move it, I gotta pretty much do that again. Like hook up a chain to it and haul it, back or whatever, or push it back using the hitch mount. So yeah, that's how that got here. See, I got a lot of, that's the thing about a storage unit. It has a lot of vertical space that you don't get to use. So I'm probably in the business of getting a pallet rack or something, at least maybe 1 or 2 of them, to use some of the vertical space for some of the smaller stuff, because I got a lot more stuff to put in here. But yeah, so this is a look at what's going on at the unit. I'll try to come out here and give you a big overview. I don't think I missed anything. I think I got everything. So yeah, time to close up shop and head home. It is New Year's Eve, so yep. As me always say, like and I hit the thing.